Hello and welcome to this, the 7th in the series of lessons in the presentation of bizarre magic with the Black Hart. This time we're looking at why it's not a good idea to simply substitute tarot cards for ordinary playing cards in an effect. And this video is a little different from previous ones as this actually gives the secret. There are 3 outs and the presentation covers each one. I've edited the video to save the repetition leading up to the choice of tarot card. Watch out for the following in the video demonstration: the case of Magician's Little Finger Syndrome, the card worker's flick, the packet trick wallet, all surefire signals that you're watching a card trick. Listen out for I've made a premonition, indicating that the presenter doesn't understand the difference between a premonition and a prediction, constantly referring to the tarot as cards, thereby diminishing the significance of the mystical nature of the tarot. I'll even look in the other direction if that helps. You can examine this wallet if you so wish, both of which signal that there is trickery involved, but not in the wallet or with a marked card. Anyway, let's take a look at the presentation.
What we got today is something slightly offbeat. You see, it is a prediction effect. However, we're going to use what are known as tarot cards. And in my wallet, I'm going to show you 3 separate cards. Okay, 3 cards from my wallet. We have, let me just show you these. They are tarot cards and they are the Queen of Coins, wealth. We have the Chariot, which is protection, and the Knight of Swords, danger. So just 3 tarot cards to choose from, and that's what I want you to do, because I've made a premonition of something that's about to happen. Now what I need from you is for you to mix these up. Now please shuffle the cards up into any order in case you think I've deliberately put a card in the middle to influence your choice, because you are going to make a random choice of one of these 3 cards. Once you've done that, what I'd like you to do is to take my magic wand. Now I know you're probably looking to say, where is it? It's here. It's my portable mini magic wand, and what I'd like you to do with this is I want you to take hold of this and just tap in any sequence on the face of these cards, and when you and you alone get that kind of urge to stop, then just lay it to rest on the face of your chosen card. Absolute free choice, no influence from me whatsoever. I'll even look in the other direction if that helps. Now the spectator takes your magic wand and they tap on any of the faces, and they can stop at any time they like. It's an absolute free choice, and when they get that chosen card, they lay to rest your magic wand. Now I have to say, it is an absolute free choice. They do have a choice of any of the 3 cards, and everything's laid out in front of them. You see, you've chosen this one, the Queen of Coins, wealth. Any reason why? It's just felt right. Well, you see, I did say I made a premonition. You see, I knew that this one would not be the card that you would choose, the Chariot. I knew that the Knight of Swords would not be the card you'd choose. But I did have a feeling that you would pick the Queen of Coins, and to prove it, I wrote that on the back. You picked this. Any card you like. You've laid it to rest on the Chariot. You could have had either of these 2 cards here, the Queen of Coins and the Knight of Swords. You went for the Chariot. Now I said I'd show you 3 cards from my wallet, but I've got another card in here, and you can examine this wallet if you so wish, because inside this wallet is 1 card and 1 card only. The wallet is empty, and as I said, you can examine that if you so wish. But it just so happens that I knew you would pick the Chariot, and that is the extra card I brought with me. Rest on any one of these. You've laid it to rest on here. Now, believe it or not, you were using my magic wand. Now, my magic wand I gave you for a reason. You see, I knew you wouldn't pick the Chariot or the Queen of Coins. I knew that. But the Knight of Swords, you've been holding my prediction all along. And if I open up my prediction, you will see that as I unravel my magic wand, it is indeed the Knight of Swords.
So, here the presenter has merely swapped playing cards for tarot cards, and there's little allusion to their mystical powers, and no reference at all to their relevance to the spectator. Basically, he could have substituted any type of picture card. This is not a particularly strong effect, as in the spectator's mind there is obviously a 1 in 3 chance of choosing the right card. To make this work as a card trick, it would need to be a very good or amusing presentation, which this is not. It's very important to understand that tarot cards should not be handled like ordinary playing cards. This is something that's often ignored by the card workers, as they are usually trying to impress their audience with their card handling skills. Now, for a card trick, there may be nothing wrong with this, but for tarot cards, the emphasis should not be on the presenter's skill, but on the power within the tarot themselves. On choice number 2, the Chariot, there is really no need to show the backs of the other 2 tarot at this stage, as there is no reason to believe they would have anything on their backs. The backs of the tarot can be casually shown at the conclusion. Again, here subconsciously the presenter is trying to steer the spectator away from the method by alluding to another possible method by stating, there is one card and one card only, and you can examine the wallet. This tells the astute spectator that there's trickery afoot, but not in the wallet. Choice number 3, the Knight of Swords, is revealed as the mini magic wand is unrolled. Now, I don't know about you, but I believe that most spectators associate a white-tipped black wand with corny children's magicians. You could get away with this with a funny script, I suppose, but it is not something I would ever use with tarot cards. So, now I'll show you my alternative presentation of this effect, and we'll discuss it afterwards. I would probably have chosen 3 different cards for this, cards you could put a bit more meaning in, but just for a direct comparison, I've used exactly the same 3 tarot as in the demonstration. Hello, thanks for coming for a reading. What's your name?
Marjorie.
Right. Well, this might sound a bit strange, Marjorie, but before I came here a couple of nights ago, I actually had a dream that I was doing these readings. And in the dream was a person wearing a red jumper named Marjorie. I didn't see the face, but I'm pretty sure that must be you. It's a bit too much of a coincidence. And there were 3 tarot cards chosen. Queen of Pentacles, the Chariot, the Knight of Swords. I'll tell you about them afterwards. But I asked the person in the dream to just choose one of the cards, one of the tarot, and they did so, pushed it forwards, and I know exactly which that was from the dream. So I think it was you. So what I want you to do is just look at these 3 tarot, think of one, choose it, and then just push it forward so we know which one. Queen of Pentacles, yeah? Right, and you know that's exactly the one that was in the dream. Because, and having seen that, I took the tarot cards and I wrote on the back that was the chosen tarot. So it was you in the dream. Now I'll just give you a reading now based on these 3 tarot, because they're obviously very significant to you. Okay?
Right.
So I want you to just look at these tarot cards and just choose one, just push it forwards. The Chariot.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that's exactly the one that was in the dream? And just to prove it, I actually wrote it down on a piece of paper. Just read what it says on there.
You'll choose the Chariot.
I want you to choose, look at these and just choose one, whichever one, just push it forward so we can see which the choice is. Oh, the Knight of Swords, okay. That's exactly the one that was in the dream. So what I did was I got a duplicate Knight of Swords and I actually stuck it to the bottom of the box because I knew that was the one you were going to choose. And now I'll do you a reading based on these 3 cards. Before we go on to talk a bit more about the presentation, I just want to show you seeing as we've seen the method, just the setup is so easy. You've just got the 3 tarot cards, the one with the writing on here, and you've got the piece of paper with the chosen tarot written on it. This goes into the box with the open piece down, and that's simply so when you do drop it out the box it'll come out really easy. If you do it the other way it could get stuck, and you don't have to particularly show that the box is empty, there's only one in there. You just employ it. The fact that it just falls out shows that it's the only one in there. The other cards are placed inside. Have your tarot ready, and then if your sitter is over this side, then when you're handling the box you're just keeping it this way. They can't see the card that's on the bottom. I can't see inside. You take the cards out, place the box down, spread the cards out and begin the effect. Obviously when the Queen of Pentacles is chosen you show that it's the one with the writing on, and you need then to just, don't mention it, you don't have to say there's nothing written on the others, just turn them over and they can see that. Then the Knight of Swords is chosen, for instance. That's when you can then turn the box up to show them, and I like to just flick it just to show it's stuck on there. You've put it there, you're confirming what you've said. And when the Chariot of course is chosen, you pick the box up, flick it out, let it fall out. This side is away from them, so you just put that down, let them open it up and read it. And as I said, there's no need to say, oh look, there's nothing else in there, the box is empty. By just letting it fall out, you're showing that, and implying that it's empty is better than telling them, because that could then trigger, think, oh perhaps there is something, why is he pointing that out? Just do it, let them see that, let it be implied. That's the easiest way to do it and the best way to do it. So the setup simply in, I'll put the Queen with the writing on the bottom perhaps, put the tarot in and you're ready to go. So there it is, my alternative presentation. Fitting this quick and simple effect into a tarot reading session gives a logical reason for performing it. It isn't a quick trick, it's a part of someone's reading and is therefore very personal to them. You then go on to give the sitter a reading based on the 3 tarot cards. As I said, you can choose any 3 tarot. You can choose 3 tarot to give a very positive reading. You just need to prepare everything beforehand and simply have the prepared box and tarot on your table ready to use at any time you feel you have a receptive client. As the prepared tarot box is in full view alongside your regular tarot, rather than in the first presentation a card wallet bought out especially for the trick, it all looks very innocent and normal. Note that I used a written note for the Chariot tarot rather than a magician's wand. Well, as I said previously, most people see the black and white magician's wand as a corny children's magician's prop, and this flags up trickery right away. The 1 in 3 chance of picking the right tarot is disguised within the presentation and tarot reading, as the emphasis is on the premonition and dream. You should of course only present this once during the tarot session, so pick someone during the first few readings and you'll have them talking about it to their friends, thereby enhancing your reputation as a tarot reading to those following. You could also present this with an appropriate bizarre story. It's up to you and your own performing style, but whatever you do, think about it carefully and don't follow the example of the original presenter and try and present it as a miracle of prediction all on its own. Thanks for watching, and if you like this, please check out my other Bizarre Magic videos and subscribe to the channel.